Meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about this. We told you about how a third-grade teacher in New Jersey, Marilyn Zuniga, she had this great idea. Let's have the kids, the third graders, let's have them write get well cards to a fella who's on death, sitting life in prison, Mumia Al-Jamal. He is a cop killer. He killed Officer Faulkner down in Philly decades ago. The teacher thought it would be a good idea to write these get well cards to the cop killer.
So she had some supporters there. A couple dozen people stood up for her saying, let her speak, let her speak. She came forward explaining why, her story and why she wanted to become teaching, that she felt marginalized as a young student herself and what she wanted to do with the students. This is what she had to say.
I mentioned to my students that Mumia was very ill, and they told me they would like to write get well letters to Mumia. I was very proud of my students' work, and I shared this on social media. I do apologize to parents, students, and community members for having done that.
You don't have to apologize.
No. We're proud of you.
So some feeling as though that wasn't, in fact, an apology. If you're saying, well, I presented my students with this information.
She's blaming the kids.
They took the initiative and wanted to write to this cop killer.
Well, I mean, first off, she once says, I'll resign my job if I have to. So far, in front of the board on Tuesday night, they decided to table the whole conversation.
Right.
So far, she's suspended with pay. But I think it's important.
Without pay?
With pay.
Okay.
I have here, says she was suspended with pay after school officials learned about the letters. But Maureen...
good for her.
It's a great deal for her. Maureen Faulkner is the wife of the officer who was slain. She thought she'd bring a little reality to her world with this statement to Megyn Kelly.
I was just about her age when I walked into Jefferson Hospital in the middle of the night and saw my husband's face blown off. I mean, she needs to realize that what she is doing is so wrong. If she wants to apologize and she really feels that way, then she needs to stand up in front of the classroom, say she was wrong, say that Mumia Al-Jamal murdered a police officer and that she should have never had these children write get well letters.
Okay, so the teacher said, I just told him that that he was sick and it was their idea. Why would he even bring up that he wasn't feeling good in prison? It's a cop killer. It's a convicted cop killer. And now she's begging for her job. What do you think? Email us, friends@foxnews.com.